This is Math, Lesson 4.10, Algebra, write equations to represent addition, and you'll need page 291, 293, and 295. And actually, I'm going to ask you to take page 293, the middle page. You can just take that out and recycle it or get rid of it. We're going to skip both sides of that page. So, in order to get started today, we're going to use our old friend, the bar model, and a couple things to remember. When we have a bar model, it helps us organize our numbers when we have word problems to solve. And the two pieces of the bar, if we add them together, give us a total. If we know one of the pieces, but not the other, and we know the total, we can use some strategies to find that missing number. And also we can use that gray square or empty box to represent the number that we don't know. So we're going to be using all of that as we solve some word problems today. So as we get started here on the front page, there are 15 children on the bus. So we know that there are 15 children on the bus. Then 9 more kids get on the bus. So we know that 9 more children get on the bus. So I have my two groups of kids. 15 kids on the bus, 9 more get on. The question is, how many kids are on the bus now? So we need to find our total. So with our bar model, if we know these two pieces, we can put them together by using addition. And I'm going to write 15 plus 9, lining up my ones carefully and lining up my tens column. And if I add 15 plus 9, 5 plus 9 is 14. I write my 4 ones, regroup my 1 10. Add in my tens column, 1 plus 1 is 2. So I know that the 15 original kids plus the 9 that got on now equal 24 kids total on the bus. So we're going to be using our bar model knowledge and experience to solve some problems. Let's turn the page. It says you can write a number sentence to show a problem, and this is where we're going to use our gray box. Sandy has 16 pencils, sounds an important number. Nancy has 13 pencils, sounds like an important number. How many pencils do the two girls have? So we have 2 girls, each with a different number of pencils. We need to find a total. So our number sentence is 16 plus 13 equals our unknown number or our total. And in order to solve, we would add 16 plus 13, starting in our ones. 6 plus 3 is 9. 1 plus 1 is 2. So the total number of pencils that the 2 girls have when we add them together is 29. And that 29 could be replaced, or could replace, the gray box. So here, in our directions, we're going to write a number sentence for the problem, use a gray square for the missing number, and solve. We may need our bar model to help us as well. Let's read number 1. Carl sees 25 melons at the store. 15 are small, and the rest are large. How many melons are large? So let's draw a bar model for ourselves over here. Just going to draw a rectangle and divide it into 2 pieces. I'm going to put a line there for the total. If I go back to my problem, I know that Carl sees 25 melons. That's the total number. 15 are small. So I'm going to put that in one of the groups. And then the rest are large. The rest sounds like we don't know the exact number, so we're going to use that empty box. And remember, when I have one of my bar models, or one of my bars filled in, and I know my total, I can use subtraction or counting on to find my answer. So my number sentence, 15 plus missing number equals 25. And here I might say 15 plus 5 gives me 20, and 20 plus 5 gets me to 25. So I know my missing number is 5 plus 5, 10. So how many melons are large? 10. And if I plug that in, 15 plus 10 equals 25. So my bar model, my number sentence, and my answer. Let's set up number 2, and then I'll have you pause the video and do the solving. 83 people went to a movie on Thursday. 53 of them were children, and the rest were adults. How many adults were at the movie? So again, let's draw our bar model. Nothing fancy, just 2 parts of the rectangle and our line for our total. If we go back to our facts, does it tell us how many people went to the movie? Yeah, give us the total of 83. So we know 83 is our total number. 53 were children, so we know 53. And the rest were adults. I don't know that number, but I can represent it with this gray box. So I know one of my groups. I don't know the other group, but I know my total. So to write my number sentence, 53 plus gray box equals 83. Now, in order to find this missing number, you could count on, you could subtract. You could also notice that the ones digit in both numbers is the same. So maybe you could count on by tens and see how many times you count by 10 to get to 83. But I'll have you pause the video, solve, write your answer right here, press play for the last page. All right, welcome back. On our last page, we're going to do some of the same kind of thinking. We'll write a number sentence for the problem, use a gray box for the missing number, and then solve. Emily and her friends went to the park. They saw 15 robins and 9 blue jays. How many birds did they see? So if we draw our bar model, we know we saw 15 robins, 9 blue jays, so we have 2 different kinds of birds. And then the question's asking, how many birds did they see? So we don't know our total answer, so we'll represent that with our empty box. And when we know both pieces in our bar model, we are going to add those. Pause the video, solve this addition problem, and write your answer there. Press play to start again. Moving on to 2. Joe has 13 fish in one tank. He has 8 fish in another tank. How many fish does Joe have? Well, back to our bar model. 13 in one tank, 8 in another tank. If we take 2 tanks and put them together, we'll know our missing number or our total. So when we have both of our bars filled in, we know it's an addition sentence, and we'll just cover up our answer or our missing number with an empty box. So pause the video, solve the addition sentence, and write your answer on the line. Press play when you're ready to start again. Number 3, there are 21 children in Kathleen's class. 12 of the children are girls. How many children in her class are boys? Back to our trusty bar model. So we have 2 groups, boys and girls. We know there are 12 girls, but we don't know how many are boys, so we're going to represent that with our empty box. But we do know that there are 21 students in the class. So for our number sentence, 12 plus our missing number equals 21. You can count up to find your answer. You can use subtraction. but go ahead and pause while you solve. Write your answer on the line and press play when you're ready to start. We're going to skip number 4. You can X that off. Looking at our last page, I'll quickly talk about the directions and then you can stop the video and finish. Number 1 and 2, read carefully, look for important numbers, and notice that they've already set up the number sentence for you, so you just need to solve, right? Number 3, same thing, read carefully, but they set up the number sentence for you, so you simply need to solve. Adding 3 addends, remember we'll add 2 first, and then add the third answer, or the third number to find our final answer. Number 5, you're going to need to draw a picture. And remember, we've got rows, and we've got a certain number in each row. So remember, we're going to draw a picture of rows, and then we're going to count to find our final answer. And number 6, find the even number. So you'll finish this last page, and you are done for today.